This is the equation of a circle in standard form. We also call it graphing form because if the equation is in this form, we can quickly identify the coordinates for the center of the circle. The center of the circle will be H and K. We can also quickly find the radius of the circle. Whatever number is here, if you take the square root of it, you'll find the radius. All right, for example, if you had the equation x minus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 25, the center of the circle will be 2, 1, and the radius will equal to the square root of 25 or 5. Now we're going to practice with an equation in general form, and we're going to put it back into standard form, the form that's easy to graph. So let's start with this equation, x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 4y plus 5 is equal to 9. Now, if you look at that equation, it's not quite in general form. We need to subtract 9 from both sides so that we have 0 on the right. So let's start by subtracting 9. From the right, and I'm going to subtract it from the left as well. I went ahead and combine that with the constant on the right. All right, so 9 minus 9 is 0. Just going to bring that 0 down. 5 minus 9 is a negative 4. Bring that down, and I'll go ahead and bring down all of my other terms. Now I want to combine like terms starting with your x squared. So bring down your x squared. Brought that one down. Move through your equation and pull down any other terms that have an x in them. So I have a negative 2x. So I brought that down. Now we're going to move on to our y squared. Bring that down. Move through your equation. Pick out any other terms that have a y in it. So we have a negative 4y. We still have our negative 4. So we're going to look at this first. And if you remember in algebra, if we had something like this, we could complete the square. We're actually going to complete 2 squares. We have 2 parts. I'm going to go ahead and add 4 to both sides. so that this constant is not left over here. Okay, we added 4 to both sides, so you have 4 over here. You have 0, and then we have these 2 parts. So let's work on completing the square here. We're going to take our -2, bring that down, divide by 2, and square it. -2 divided by 2 is -1. -1 squared is a +1. So we would have to add a +1 here in order to complete the square. Let's take our y squared minus 4y and complete the square by taking -4, the coefficient in front of the y, dividing by 2, and you get -2. Square that, and you'll get a +4. So we would complete the square by adding 4 to this part. So what we're going to be doing is adding 1 and adding 4 on the left, and then we're going to have to add 1 and 4 on the right. All right, so let's simplify this a little bit. X squared minus 2x. To complete the square, we're going to add 1. And then we'll take our second part, y squared minus 4y plus 4. Remember, we're adding that in on the left. We added it in on the right to balance our equation. Let's go ahead and put those together. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. All right, now all that's left here is to factor this. We already know we completed the square. To factor this, we're going to get x minus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 9. So we put our equation in standard form so that it would be easy to find the center of the circle. The center of the circle would be -1, 1, 2, and the radius would be the square root of 9, or just 3.